record on computer. And then we'll send it to YouTube, which will be better. Okay, perfect. 8:07. I see a lot of faces on here. So excited. November. This is a camera on kind of call because this is the kind of team that we are. I'm just reminding you that one day I was you and someday you'll be me. And there'll be a day where you're trying to not speak to boxes. So there's that. I just wanted to get right into it and just say that we really pushed through in October. So thank you to everyone that was active in October, that was moving in October. I know a lot of us are still trying to figure everything out and see how we're going to make all of this work. A lot of us are regrouping. A lot of us had great smart starts. And now we're maybe, you know, our market partners aren't, you know, really showing up the way that you're showing up right now. By you being on this call and being the person whose name comes up on a chat at all times and being present and participating in your business daily is literally what's going to get you guys to where you're trying to go. But first and most importantly is for you to understand like where you're trying to go, right? So I was on a live earlier and I was really reflecting, and I don't know if it's with the whole like Thanksgiving thing coming around and really being grateful for the things that we have right now, right? Even in one of my personal sessions today, I start going over with this person on certain things that I feel, right? Like everyone looks at me right now and they're like, oh, you know, like she makes it look so effortless. If I get one more text message from someone that's like, you make it look so effortless, like I am literally probably going to give myself a round of applause finally. But it's not that I purposely make it look effortless. It's just I'm always doing it, right? So whatever it is, I'm just always kind of doing it. And for all you guys that are on this call right now, November last year, again, kind of like an ongoing theme in this call that I want you guys to understand is that I've been where you are and I am where I would hope everyone on this call, if you're here right now, would want to be, a market mentor, right? November 2019, exactly a year ago, if I would have had a Zoom call on a Tuesday night at 8:09 p.m., it would have been me and Chris M. Me and Chris M. My team was Vanessa Contreras and Chris M. And that's it. It is November 2020, and there are 19 people on this call, because that's just how it goes. People are hoping that this call was recorded. Reason why I don't really like to record calls, but I'm recording this call right now for people that are coming into our organization later on and will need to hear the things that are on this call and that are going to be the kind of people that really use our resources and look back at this. It doesn't make you any better or any worse than anyone else if you are actually on this call right now. The point is that you take the time out to really look at your resources. And if you can't catch the call live, it really makes a big difference when you actually go back into the link and review these things later, right? So November is a very big month. You guys, a lot of us, we did much better in October than we did before. So I would hope to see a lot more excitement in the chat on November 15th. Anyone that's new on this call, hello, welcome. So excited that you're here. I'm Vanessa, I'm a market mentor. I've been in the business for a year and some change now. And I'm here to tell you that this is really real if you allow it to be real and that you believe that it's real, okay? So in October 15th, the chat was a little light because I know a lot of people weren't happy with their checks. November 15th, I have a feeling that there's gonna be a couple of people that are feeling a little better about their checks. What I need you guys to understand is that November, you're working in November for a December 15th check. December 15th, 10 days after December 15th is the most wonderful time of the year. And I don't know about nobody else, but I'm really trying to make this the holiday joy. I'm not trying to just wear a little headband that makes me feel good. I'm trying to really have my pockets full too. So December 15th, like, I am coming for it. And the way that I'm going to come for it is when I come prepared in November and I give of my part every single day. And I'm letting you guys know right now that number one, just with the free products of the month, let's start there. Let's go by parts. The free product of the month, number one, travel sizes. We were all just being so cute about these travel size products. You guys, these travel size products are going to be what really make the difference for your business this month. Because by people being able to get 2 free products, you're providing them with 2 extra products that they can try and fall in love with for free, while you're already setting them up with a whole other system. So be very, very smart and have your knowledge on what these products are, how they work best. I know a lot of times we go back and forth in the chat between Intense Repair or Black Shampoo for oily roots. There's been no better time to get people on Black Shampoo than now, because it comes in a travel size. So people can try it in small dosages, whether they really do love it, like a lot of people do love it, or if it's maybe too much for them, because it makes a big difference when I try something free that didn't work for me than when I buy a bottle of shampoo from you because you told me that that's what would work best for me, and then it doesn't, and now I'm tight that I just spent $32 on a shampoo that isn't good for me. So be very, very smart about how you hype up the free products, because this is what's really going to be the cherry to the topping to your sales in November. Black Friday, flash sales. If y'all have thought that all the sales prior to this have been it, November is where it's at. And let me tell you that last November was when I had a big event at work. And if we think back to the call I did a few months ago with Nicole, which that call didn't get recorded, and I think it's very important that that call gets recorded. I did absolutely nothing in November of last year. I had just started my new job. I was fresh store manager, first time ever. I had a huge event to work on towards the end of November, going into December. And my check in November was 0. I did absolutely nothing. And this November, I'm pushing for MMM, so that I don't ever have to work a holiday season in retail again. Praise to the Most High. I am affirming that on this recorded call right now. So I want you guys to really understand that these free products are what's gonna make your 15th of December check, your Christmas. These little travel size products will definitely be what really make your December check it. So I wanna see people going ham and monstrous in this time, as well as this is the perfect time to remind people that we are working to make extra money for Christmas. Okay, we understand that this has been a crazy year, but why not pick this month to be grateful for the things that we do have and the things that we can be available for, and what is left to build when you do it in the right circle, right? So it's very important that when we're bringing on market partners, we help them understand that we are not just tossing you into the sale game. We are people that are providing a service, right? So that's one of my next points that I kind of wanted to bring up, is that we need to shift our minds. It seems like we say this all the time on calls. It's like mindset. No, like literally, I need you guys to change your mindset, because a year ago, if someone would have told me that I would have spent my entire day on calls today, one of them including a call with a team in London, one of my places on my bucket list, if someone would have said, girl, at 3:00 in the afternoon on a Tuesday, you're going to be on a Zoom call with 5 people that are trying to make this business happen in London. Oh, and it's going to happen in Spanish. I would have been like, you are kidding me. You are absolutely kidding me. But that's scarcity mindset, like me thinking that that is impossible, when the reality is, it's really very simple. Is it easy? Absolutely not. But it's simple, right? Because if you don't know, this team extends to the United Kingdom. Why? All off of 6 degrees of separation. 6 degrees of separation. Stop giving up on yourself when your best friend, your aunt, your mom, your cousin, your sister, your brother have said no to you. Skip over that person. Who do you know? Who do they know? The reason why I can say that I have a team in the United Kingdom is what? Because Cassandra finally decided to say yes to me 800 months later, who she then knew Caroline, who Caroline had a friend, who that friend had a friend who had thought that her friend was going to work the business, and her mom worked the business instead. And that person's mom has a sister that lives in London. The fuck? All off of Cassandra finally saying yes. But if I would have stayed stuck there, like, oh my God, she's never going to say yes to me. Like, I don't know what, like, I kept it moving. I kept it moving. And what did I do? I ended up attracting the energy that I always wanted anyway, which was Cassandra. I always wanted that energy anyway. I kept moving and the energy gravitated towards me. But the only reason why the energy gravitated towards me is because I didn't stop. So I don't want to hear this giving up stuff in November, like not right the frick now, like not right now, not with 60 days left to this whole year. Like we're going through this whole shift right now. We're hopefully gonna have a completely different president tomorrow. Like life might get good right now, people. So let's take it and let's run, right? So you guys have to stop like really putting a wall between where you can be, where you're going just because of a no. Skip right over them, right? And if that person doesn't work, and they don't agree to be a market partner, why can't they just try the product? Or why can't we be smarter and be like, well, I see that this isn't for you, but do you know anyone that can be? Are you guys offering referrals? Are you guys asking for people to send you referrals? Are you asking the people that you know would be good at this to connect you with other people? Because you never know when it's one of their people that signs on and they become successful and now your first initial invite wants to be a part of it. But if you quit on the initial invite, you'll never get to see what comes after it. So how do we even get to do that? Stop selling. Stop selling. In the moment that you go from selling mindset to a mindset where you're serving people, is everyone muted right now? And then I'm going to get to you, Sharon. But in the moment that you shift from selling to serving, it's huge. Stop selling people and start serving them. And I know that we say this all the time, but you guys need to understand that we have the golden ticket. We have what could help people better their self-care or better their wellness. It is simple as that. We can provide an income for them and we can also help people see more money before the holiday. Talk to me, Sharon.
Okay, yeah. Before I even forgot to ask this question. So one of the struggles that I have is learning to re-engage people after they said no. So like, no, not for me, just ask them, okay, great. Maybe I'll hit them up in a few months. So how do you go from like so many no's to keeping consistent and finally grabbing their attention? Like, what is it that works for you that you feel maybe got Cassandra to say yeah, or like any other market partner? Because that's something that I'm dealing with that I just don't know how to do. And I'm even learning it in my 9-to-5 because it's something that I need to know how to do.
So I would literally say, which is what we hear all the time, is you just be consistent. Hey, I know we've talked about this before. I'm really just getting better every day in what I do. And I was just wondering, if I know that the business isn't for you, but I'm sure that you know someone that could use an extra income. Or I'm still following up with that person. I'm still, by showing up every single day, interacting with them on their stories, etc., whatever the case may be, if it's on Instagram. But now I'm coming to you at a different angle. Like, sure, I pitched the business to you and it didn't work. The business was not it. But maybe my error, which is a lot of our errors, is that when the business doesn't work for people, we're like, okay, my bad. I didn't mean to bother you. Bye. A lot of us do it because I've done it and I did it before. But it's like, okay, I completely understand. I know that this isn't for everyone. I know that this isn't for everyone. But would you happen to know someone? And the first thing you're going to do is, when you're describing that someone, is describe the person you're talking to. That's probably consistent, really coachable, wants more. Like, it's fine if they have a 9-to-5 that could probably use a side hustle. Because then in that way, they're like, okay, there's Susie, Bobby, Mary, and like so-and-so. And in the meantime, maybe I can ship you a sample or have them try the product, because just because the business wasn't for them, why can't they be your VIP customer?
Right.
Does that work?
Also, I want to pitch in on that also as well. And a lot of people, when they say no to this business, it's a money aspect. They always say, I don't have the money right now. I do this all the time. This is how I've gotten a lot of my market partners. A lot of my market partners told me no at one point. But anytime there's a sale, anytime there's like anything that's saving them money, like obviously having someone join your business is $200 no matter what. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I have done to the point where I'm like, hey girl, you know what? I'll give you $20 off just to like help them out, or give them like, even if it's $10. So a lot of people, like, they think that you're like, you're there for them. And then when it comes to VIPs, what I do is, if they say like, oh, the products are so expensive, I go back to them when they're the sale. And I'm like, girl, your whole entire set now is half off. Boom. Now, like, you know what I mean? And once they see that, like, okay, now it's half off. I really don't have to spend the 150. I can spend that 80, 90, whatever. They'll probably bite on more. That's how I've been talking to my VIPs that say no. And when it comes to market partners that say no, I wait. Not that I wait till their weak spot, but a lot of people put their stuff out there a lot. So when someone's like, don't know what to do for Christmas, or like talking about work is slow, or this coronavirus got my job all messed up, you know, so slide into the DM. I'm like, yeah, girl, thank God my work has not slowed down. Work is better than ever. Just it doesn't have to be about Monet, but you just let them know your experience, let them know how great things are going, you're growing, things are flourishing, and then they're gonna be like, wow, Jasmine.
I want to
really
be a part of
right
that.
now.
There's people out there that just want to be a part of something. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's like, it's servicing people. Like we're simply just educating people. There are 9 weeks until Christmas. That's in our business and what we do, that's 9 opportunities for us to get paid until Christmas. So why not use that angle? Why not use that angle? Like, even if people want it, you already know what this has done for you. Even if people really do take this on as just a side hustle, that is okay. That is okay. Like, take it on as your little side hustle to bring you an extra $100, $300 for the holiday. Now I'm not making it about me. Hey, join my team, join my business, do this. Look, we do this, we do that. No, it's like, sis, have you seen? Like, bro, there's still time right now. Like, let's not freak out about the holidays as it approaches. Like, let's prepare for it. Let's talk about it, right? So that's the moment that you're switching from just selling someone to servicing them, and you're educating them on what you're doing. So something else that I have written down here is, if they ghost you, it's just kind of like, you know, what is it that I wrote down here? It says, they're just not that into you. They're simply just not that into you. And it might be that they're not into you right now, and it isn't even personal, but all I know for sure is that I'm going to show up in my business every single day regardless. And if I'm showing up in my business in different ways every day, and I'm not just like shampoo Monday, shampoo Tuesday, shampoo Wednesday, shampoo Thursday, like, you guys, people want to hear something else. People want to hear this part. Like, hey, we have these great sales. We have these opportunities to make money during the holiday. We're giving these great incentives. The Rejuvenique oil wasn't a part of our market partner packs for the last 2 months. They brought it back. This is huge. Like, have that conversation with people where just the Rejuvenique oil is $100. As well as, even with them switching up the product packs this month, it's really huge. I actually don't even want to see any Instagram posts saying like, you can start a business for $199. Why would I limit myself at that? Why would I limit myself at that? Start at $350. If they can't do $350, then let's bring it down to the $199. But even so, like, I usually wouldn't even put money out there, because that just already starts a conversation, and it plants a seed in people's head that is like, oh, okay, like it's a limiting belief to only show people the $199 pack, because that's what I had to start this business. That doesn't mean that all my followers, that's what they had. Go ahead, Coco.
So just piggybacking off of like the product pack thing, honestly, when I pitch the business, I pitch the $7.99 package, and I'm going to tell you why. Because at the end of the day, for myself, I've spent well over the full retail price of that package on product just so that I can promote it. Like, once you first buy your product pack, it's like, okay, 30 days, like, okay, I need to get to learn it. But then once you start catching, like, if you're very serious about the business, once you get started and you start really making smart start money, and like, I'm talking like, that was what I excelled in, was making smart start money. Once you start really making that money, you just reinvest that right back into the business. So majority of what I had made during my smart start period, I would say at least about 60% of that I reinvested back to make the money back. But I could have just gotten the $7.99 pack and been good to go. And anything that I didn't love, I could have used as samples. So it would have been just a way better business investment for me overall. So I kind of pitch it that way. And then, you know, you see what you receive back, but you could always bring it down to $199, worst case scenario. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a great point. Like, I'm sorry, I was not a person that was in a place to do a $7.99 pack, but I don't know where my people's head is at. I don't know where my people's head is at. Okay, look, Cassandra right here. Vanessa, yeah, the consistency got her because listen, I'm not ever showing anybody like this lavish lifestyle. No, absolutely not. But what do I keep getting from people is like, I really like your energy. I see a lot of people that are doing this Monet business, but like, if I had to kind of choose, there's like one or two girls that I like, and like, you definitely fall in that category. Like, that's the person that's who I want to be, because that's how I'm going to grow. Like, that's how we're going to multiply. That's how we're going to duplicate. So a lot of what I want to tell you guys to look back into in November is the basics. A part of me has seen it, and I saw it in the call that I had with the UK earlier today. And as I'm going over what people should expect on the 14th, there was like one woman that she goes really hard, and she was literally missing 2 VIPs to complete a block. That if that person's upline would have looked at her and been like, hey, listen, to close the month, you need 2 VIPs, dude. Get those 2 VIPs. You already have the market partners for an extra $150. If you're new on this chat, if you're new in this call, if this is the first time that we're in here, are you familiar with Smart Start yet? If you're nodding your head no, and if you don't even know what Smart Start is and you just started on the business, because we have a lot of new girls, as well as if any of you guys have people that just joined the business, it is your responsibility to have them understand Smart Start. People also need to take accountability and be self-sufficient enough that this money doesn't just come to you. You don't just sit here and you wait for change and you're like, okay, I bought my product pack. Like any second now, my life is going to change. No, you have to put in the work and you have to understand the business. And even when we're out of Smart Start, all of us should be working in terms of blocks anyway. You should be thinking 4 VIPs a week, because that'll be $60 each week in your 15th check. Back to the basics. I think a lot of us are forgetting the compensation plan. So a lot of us are getting comfortable with not ranking or with not re-ranking, or like, I'll get it next month. And then the 15th comes and oh my God, we're so upset because my check ain't shit. I'm really not trying to have that spirit in December. So I really highly encourage that we go back to the basics. Look at the compensation plan. And it's not a matter of like, you get flustered with yourself because you didn't rank up. But the minimum that you owe yourself is to keep getting paid in the pay grade that you're at. Ranks don't define you, but they do help your checks. Isn't that what we would like to see more of? That's what we're here for, is to make this money. So I really feel like we need to go back to the basics and understand the compensation plan, and also understand that you can make a lot of money without a team. The Vegas incentive is still happening. There's a lot of us that have already missed a lot of the initial months. And even if you don't have a team, Cassandra last month sold 3,300 in PV. Congrats on that. Lilith had a big rank last month, MMB, amazing. Yvonne, who's on this call, double ranked last month, phenomenal. Like, I want to go back to the days where like we're celebrating all this growth. But for instance, with Cassandra hitting 3,300 in PV, had she just sold $200 more, which is 2 VIPs real quick, somehow, some way, $200, Shorty Rock by herself would have solidified $350 into her 15th check for this month. She's still going to get a good check because she's going to get the 5% from the in-between and personal volume. She doesn't need her team for those $350. We don't need that. Personal volume is personal. Personal volume is like so personal. Like, so it's up to you. Like, don't settle. Like, just because to be MMB, you only need 500 PV. You're like, okay, I got my 500 PV. Sis, keep going. Like, keep going. And we all want to push. And if you really sit down and really analyze 6 degrees of separation, if not you, friends, who do you know? Because I'm very passionate about this business. I'm very serious about what we do here, and I've seen the work that it's done for people, and that's what I want to do. I want to help people feel more confident in their skin, in their hair, and in their wellness. So I know that you don't understand it. I totally get it. But do you have someone that could maybe try something, would be willing to try something new? And that's how we go for it. As well as, you want to know what else? I love these little grab bag things, right? Before these, we always had like, they would send, during other sales, they would send other ones like this, these canvas bags, they send them and they're super cute. I'm beginning to prepare. Like, I do this with people that I'm really close with. One of Henry's friends, right? He comes home the other day. He's like, oh, my friend Jackie is interested in the products. So I hit up his friend Jackie, and homegirl wants to try some samples, right? They were neighbors at one point. So like, they're really close. Like, I am not about to waste this opportunity, right? So she wants samples. I'm gonna pack this bag up with my Renew shampoo, because she's exactly like me. Renew shampoo, put a sample of the Super Moisture Mask in here, pack this up, and leave this in her mailbox. Here you go, sis. Try it out. You want to know what else too? And this is why it's important for us to get together. Things that are working for you, like, let's talk about these things. On the London call earlier today, someone was like, oh, I think I'm going to do a giveaway. Like, you know, they're trying to go over like, oh, what would be the best things? Can I do this? Can I do that? How can I market? How can I not? One of them was like, hold up. We could do a giveaway, but the people that have inquired about the product and maybe price was an issue or I don't know what, one of them had a very good idea that is not anything out of this world, but it was a very good idea. She said, go to those VIPs, those potential VIPs or market partners that had an issue with the price, and let them know that you'll enter them in a giveaway if they can give you 10 referrals. Imagine if you asked 10 people for 10 people. 10 people for 10 people. I ain't a math person, but that's a lot of people.
That's super lit. That's a good idea.
Again, this is coming from some line that Caroline knew, thank goodness. And the person in between us two doesn't even work the business anymore. The person between Caroline and the UK doesn't even work the business anymore. But you want to know what? I see that little UK chat is like, bloop, bloop, bloop. They're asking questions. They're talking about it. They're trying to figure it out. That's a 7-hour time difference. Because I'm going to be MMM. I'm going to be MMM, and it's never about overstepping nobody's nothing. Like, the upline is Caroline, Cassandra, whatever. Caroline works during the day. So what am I going to do as a leader? I'm not going to look at Caroline and be like, hey, Caroline, how's your UK team doing? Oh, you can't attend to them because you have a day job and I'm available during the day. Like, how dare I? Because that's still volume under me. So think about that. Even in your own zone, even your own market partners that haven't really worked out for you, who is in their network? Who is in their network? Why would I close myself off to growing a bigger team in the United Kingdom just because they're a level 7? You kidding me? If I would have not been on that call today, that woman wouldn't have said to me, who has worked other network marketing businesses and has been very successful in other network marketing businesses. They don't use social media, my loves. None of them are on Instagram. None of them are really working Facebook like that. None of them are on Twitter. They can barely sign into the back office. But there are 2 MMBs on that team already in less than 3 months. And they're MMPs and they're coming for it. And they're figuring it out, and they're having their wash days, and they're doing their things, and they're being smart about giveaways. Hey, if you just tag 5 friends, like, no. Tag 10, and we'll enter you in this giveaway. And let it be people that you know want to try the product, and they'll take it for free. Like, oh, okay, for free, just to tell you 10 people. Now I get what I want, and you get what you want. And you have over 100 opportunities to meet new people. How's that?
That is amazing. I feel like I know what to do with all my spare products there that I'm never going to use. And I'm like, what should I do with it?
Yeah, and it was good. Thank you, Jeanette. It was very good when Nicole said to run reports. Does anyone even click on that tab? Because I know y'all barely click on the Facebook tab. That I know for sure. Like, for sure. That I know. Fact, Smart Start will make you look at this like it's a real business. This, number one, definitely is a real business, because I wasn't shit in Smart Start, and I feel like I'm, pretty cool right now. Yep, absolutely. And exactly, the Vegas PV, right? Let's talk about that for a second. There's a couple of people that started in the business a little later, so they won't have the opportunity to fully qualify for Vegas, but Dominican Republic, that was a blessing. That was literally God's time. Like, I don't even know. Again, I qualified for the Dominican Republic. That incentive started in February. In February, there was like 3 people on the team. It was like me, Kalisa, and Shirley. That was it in February. And then COVID happened and all of y'all are here now. And the Dominican Republic, I needed to have a team in order to get that trip. We needed to have a team in order to get that trip to work. But Vegas, that's you. That's you. I also need you guys to understand that if you're aiming for a goal, right? If you're aiming for a goal, and this is your goal, you should be putting in so much more work because it's your goal. And don't make anyone responsible for anything, right? So everyone that's new on this call or anyone that hasn't reached this yet, we should all be aiming for MMP. MMP, right? Figure this too. Qualification for Vegas. In order for me to go to Vegas, it was $2,000 because I'm in leadership. But for anyone that's new, it was only $1,200 in order for you to qualify for Vegas. If I want to rank MMP, look at what my group volume needs to be. 1,200 points. I've seen people in this chat who do not have teams double this. Double this. Personal volume is the goal. 80% of this is your business and 20% is your team. A lot of us spend too much time on, I can't find market partners, and you let it consume 80% of your time. So that consumes 80% of your month, which in turn, now you only have a PV of 300 because that's what you needed. That's what this little bar right here says that you need in order to qualify to be an MMP. But why would you stop there? This business literally has no cap. This business literally has no cap. That if you don't have a team, you can make this work on so many different levels by yourself. Everybody should be aiming for 3,500 PV every month. Because if nothing else, if I have no team, if I didn't rank, I'm getting $350 on the 15th. Shoot, $350 solves a lot of problems real quick. So it's about you. People get too caught up on like, oh, I'm not getting market partners. Oh, I'm not getting this. And we're moving, y'all. These were our numbers as a team last month. 73,000 in a month. In a month as a unit. I don't disclose too much about the things that go for me, right? I don't disclose that too much. But in order for someone to be an MMM, the DV volume needs to be 60,000. Seems like we passed that. Seems like we passed that. But I know that I won't grow if I don't start birthing MMBs left and right, left and right. So do you guys see me sitting here like, oh my God, I've been stuck at MM for 5 months with the last 2 months not even being able to re-rank. And it wasn't because my points didn't qualify for it. I needed to keep building my team. I needed for people to rank. So I need you guys to really understand that like this isn't about me, but it's more about you, because at the end of the day, when you re-rank, because we all start from zero. In case you guys forget how this goes and y'all are glorifying me or whatever, like when I go right back to it, Vanessa Contreras, I started at zero. I start at zero every month too. Right back at zero. And sometimes mid-month, start getting a little nervous, start getting a little shook, but I know what I need to do in order to keep the numbers moving in my business because I know my goals. I know the potential of my team and I know what each of you can do. It's just a matter of you knowing what you can do because you have full control of you. That is it. Time, we can't control. What people will think of us, we can't control. What those market partners, what those VIPs will say, how they'll react, we can't control, but I can control my business and I can control how I run this. Am I really spending the time on treating my VIPs like gold so that they come back and repurchase? Are they just as in love with the product as I am? Am I making the time to make sure that my clients are always happy so that they don't go to the next Monet chick and buy from them? Have them fall in love. That's how you get that personal volume up every single month. If you know someone has only bought hair care, send them a skincare sample. It's like Coco was saying, you need to reinvest in yourself. You always need to reinvest in your business. I literally, when we had the sale with the berry scrub, I had already ordered a berry scrub recently because I needed to refill, but I took advantage of the berry scrub during the flash sale because I knew that from that second berry scrub, I was going to be scooping up berry scrubs and sending them out to my VIPs that haven't tried the berry scrub yet? Are you thinking outside of the box that way? Or are you too stuck on the fact that you don't have new VIPs or new market partners and you're not thinking about how to make the things that you do have already bigger? The things that you do have already bigger, just in general in your life. You will not be able to control a lot of things. You will not even, it'll drive you bananas. The unknown will drive you bananas. But what I do know is what I have right now. I have 4 VIPs, and I'm not going to be like, I only have 4 VIPs. No, I have 4 VIPs that I treat like golds, that are going to buy from me every single month, every single flash sale, and they're telling their friends. Drop a 7 in the chat right now if you agree that we could all be doing better at that. This ain't luck, this is truth. If you could be doing better with what you have right now, instead of wishing on things that you don't, drop a 7 in the chat. Because that's not luck, that's life. This is how we have to roll in this. We work with what we have in front of us. And I'm telling you right now, because where you are is where I was, and where I am, I hope you all be. Some days you guys are going to have to lead a team, right? Because at the end of the day, to really, really, really make this SED thing happen, you need to have a team. Are you showing up every day like the leader that you want to be when you do have a team? That's what goes back. That's what builds attraction. It's all attraction marketing. It's all curiosity marketing, as well as what I would do. Every single person that loves the Super Moisture Mask, I would brag about the Super Moisture Mask in full size for the next month, because I want everyone to get it for free. And that's how I'm going to promote it. I don't have to be like, well, guys, our only for you product of the month. People don't know what that is. Hey, y'all, this is my favorite hair mask, the Super Moisture Mask. I love it. I'll give it to you for free when you become my new VIP. What's up? Well, you know, when you sign up and you pay $19.99, because VIPs pay $19.99 and you get 15% off the product. And then it's like we go through this whole thing and blah, blah, blah. And then you'll get it for free. No, Shorty Rock, I'm going to hook you up. I'm going to hook you up. This is my favorite hair mask. It's free with the purchase of the oil. Let's get it. The end. Why do we have to talk so much? Why do we have to like all this stuff? When people say you make it look effortless, it's because it is. You're making it complicated. It's simple. What do you love? Tell people about it. And for this month, there's 4 pairs that we can choose from. So make it happen. Talk about the black shampoo. Get a bunch of before and afters. Share them in the damn group chat. Hey, these are a bunch of results from the black shampoo, because we're all going to go ham on this black shampoo for free this month. Another thing that I would really say that we need to do more of, where are the collaborative sideline lives? See the same people going live. And I see the same people wondering why their business isn't moving. I see the same people wanting more and not doing anything about it. We can want and want and want forever. But in the moment that you do, that's when things change. Nothing changes if nothing changes. As well as when we share podcasts, when we share audio, a lot of the things that I've pulled up with on here is from things that I hear, because the things that I hear are the things that I know, and the things that I know are the things that I'll do. So I'm telling you, if you have not, it's almost like you cannot even go into, it doesn't even take long. It's like a 6-hour audio. Get Over Your Damn Self is the realest audio book that you will ever read. It has the answers to every single question you have in your mind right now. How am I going to make this happen? How am I going to make this work? I don't really know people. Bro, I don't know half the people. I'm talking to a girl in Houston that I'm hoping to lock in right now, and she was my server in Houston. Right when she came to give us the check, I was like, hey, so what's your name? What do you do? That's how I'm meeting people, because that's how serious I am about my business. I know that I'm in a good place right now. I am absolutely grateful. A year ago, I would have never even thought that I would have had 73 DV at the end of a month, right? But what do I know is that the first director rank is 120 DV, 120,000 DV. So I need to double that. So I need to get over myself and get over the fact that this tri-state area isn't the only place that it's available. And now, thanks to Caro and her hardworking team in London, I'm aware that there's Latinos in London. You guys, I am letting you know right now, do not limit yourselves. I had a one-on-one with Coco today, and I'm like, sis, Just bring them in. Just bring them in. The Spanish team is growing. Lilith and her Spanish team is growing. Her whole line is growing. So what does that mean for me now? I have to adapt also, because now I do these calls with you guys at 8 o'clock from 8. And for the rest of the month, I have calls in Spanish at 9 o'clock. I need to figure out branding. Everything that I say to you guys on my social media call on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock, I need to figure out how to translate that whole shit at 9 o'clock in Spanish. And that's fine, because I need to double that 72. It's my goal. I need to do it. And I don't care if she's not my direct, and I don't care if she's not my level 2. She's a part of that 72,000. And bring people in Spanish, because I finally have the tools, I have the team, and it comes from side collaborations, people that are not even a part of our team. Myself, Lina, and Aneldi are leading Spanish calls. We had a call last night where we scheduled everything. Consistency, product, social, everything that we do in English, it's happening in Spanish at 9 o'clock, Monday through Wednesdays for the rest of this month. So if you're limiting yourself because, I don't know, you don't speak Spanish, or maybe you can't sell the business in Spanish. The other day, Jasmine couldn't sell the business in Spanish, and she's like, yo, who speaks Spanish real quick? I need help. And one of her sidelines was there to help her, because we're using our resources. So if you're limiting yourself in a Spanish market, we are growing that area very strongly. If you are trying to think that it's out of reach to have a team in London, start making friends in London, because we're having training calls during the day when I'm off and working on that part, because it is not easy, but it can work. The only thing limiting you in this business is you. I need you guys to really listen to my virtual upline. He talks about limiting beliefs all the time. I can sense sometimes in the middle of the month, I can feel when people stop believing in themselves, because this is too good to be true. What if it's so good it's true? When people say that to you, like, that sounds good, but it's too good to be true. No, sis, that's what we're used to hearing. But what if it's so good that it's true? And that you can gain the confidence because you're looking into the trainings, you're looking at the Facebook, you're asking questions, we're sending quizzes onto the chat. Use your resources. Let me see, I'm gonna take a look here in the chat.
While she's taking a look, I also want you guys to know, I paid for this service from my virtual upline, which talks about limiting beliefs. It's called the Love, Serve, Grow Challenge. And it changed that. This is why I am here today. This is why I put notes in the chat. This thing completely changed me in the way I looked at my business. And the reason why is because it teaches you what your limiting beliefs are. Because we might not think that we have limiting beliefs. And I swore I did it. And I was like, I know everything. I'm very good at what I do. It's just a bad month. No, it wasn't that. It was because deep down inside, because of girls giving up in my business, I felt like it was my fault. I felt like I was a bad leader. But in reality, we can't save them all.
Can't save them all.
And I have a hard problem with that. Anytime I have a market partner that just falls off, ask Vanessa, I am literally in her and messaging her like, is it me, bro? Is it me? Like it's like a relationship. And it's just like, and you know, and I understand that, but you have to understand we have millions of girls. This is an opportunity that people should be blessed to have been offered, okay? This is something that they should be like, oh my God, thank you so much. And in their head, they think they're doing us a favor. You know, in their head, they think that like they're doing something for us when they join on the business, you know? Which I make it very clear to all my girls now, like when they join the business, like I'm not benefiting from this, okay? I want to help you grow because I genuinely want to help you grow. I want to get you out of your situation. Once you leave the money aspect and start caring about how much money a market partner is, I promise you everything else is going to follow along. I stopped caring about the $50, $200. It's $50, guys, $50. But you think about, imagine her becoming an SED and her growing me as SED. That's a lifetime of financial freedom. That's how you should look at every market partner, every person that comes in your way. That person right there can take me to the top. That person right there can make me an SCD. And that's how I view everybody that comes my way. That lady right there I'm talking to, that 40, 50-year-old lady I'm talking to right this second, she's going to be my SCD. I can see it in her.
Absolutely.
You just have to do it one way.
Can you share the name? Like, is that a book that you were talking about? A book?
No,
training? What is it? Can you share that with us?
Yeah, I have. So it costs money to join, and I paid like I paid to join it, and
Right.
it's from my virtual upline. I'll post my login, like username and password. Sorry guys, I post my username and password so you guys can like go into it. But it's a 4-part series. There's 4 videos. It's called the Love Serve Grow Challenge. Sorry guys.
Okay, that sounds good.
He's obsessed with our dishwasher. He keeps trying to turn it on. It literally changes your life. It walks you through the steps of figuring out what your limiting beliefs are. Like,
Yep.
I recommend it to anybody who just anybody who has a doubt in this business, even a little bit. Even if you don't think you have a doubt, if you're just been struggling a little, just watch it. Just watch the first 2 videos, and you're gonna be addicted to the last 2.
There's that, but I have shared his podcast. There's a My Virtual Upline podcast. That's why you guys will catch me sending. I be having them ready. You guys don't think I've been doing this for a whole entire year? I know that the chat be scrolling and it scrolls and people lose stuff. That's why I send the same things over and over again every month, because I know someone new will catch it. And those were things that helped me. So I love what Jeanette said here. If we want to move up in the chain, we need to get used to the highest PV. You need to work for your highest PV, because right now, don't even focus on the fact that you don't have market partners. But your first goal is to get to MMP, Managing Market Partner. In group volume, you need 1,200. If you got one VIP every day for 12 days, got someone to spend $100 for 12 days, that's it. There's 30 days in this month. If you choose that that's your goal and that's all you want to go for, take 12 days out of the 30 days. Take 12 of them and make sure that somebody spends $100, and you by yourself will complete the group volume for MMP, so that now when you find the market partners, they come and it completes your rank. Don't settle your efforts for the rank on what you don't have and what you cannot control, because in the moment that you let go of the things that you cannot control, and you really, I don't know what we all believe in here, but part of this is a lot of faith. It's a lot of belief. And there have been moments where I really look up and I'm like, dear Father God, where am I going to find new market partners? You guys think that because I'm a market mentor, these things don't go through my mind, that anxiety isn't something that I feel too? I don't just get to sit here and be like, well, we made it. No, because now I want more. So I need to always be getting fresh blood too. But I need to keep learning every day this business. So when I bump into someone on the train, I'm like, hey, stranger, you want to hear what I got? I got the golden ticket. Here's my business card. Another marketing adventure that we should look into. Self-care, wellness, extra income. How can I help? On a business card. When did I say Monet? Now you want to ask me questions. Just saying. Because if you do the majority of the work for yourself, you won't need this team that you think you need in order to grow. Something else that was great that was said here, Vanessa Regalado, excellent. She listens to the audio, which I will send again because I sent it at on the first. Get Over Your Damn Self, it's called. It's a book. I have the book, but the reality of my life is that I use my ears better. I hear it, I keep it moving, I do the dishes. Sometimes I listen to it in the morning and I take down notes, and I take down notes from things that I learn. And then I come on these calls and I teach them to y'all, because I know y'all don't know what I'm talking about, even though I sent the link more than once, even to leaders, and they haven't even listened to it yet. That's what you guys need to understand. Go on the Facebook group, watch a video. What do you want to learn today? How to become a better leader, how to find market partners. Figure out how to do that. Learn what was said there. Make your notes and get together with some sidelines. Hey, who's available right now? Let's do a practice team call and laugh about it together. How you're nervous, how you're afraid to talk in a chat. Because how are you going to ever become this market mentor, this senior executive director, if you're afraid to have a call? I should not be the only person that should be like, hey guys, I'm not the only leader here. Because you're on this call right now, there's 25 leaders on this call right now. Day in and day out, I feel 5. I want to feel 25 of them. And in the moment that there's 25 leaders, because that's what you are, even though you didn't realize that's what you signed up for, You are a leader, and someday you will be the Vanessa that needs to plan a call, that needs to set it up in different languages. I don't know. Soon we're going to have to figure out, I don't know, Polish. Make friends in Poland. Make friends in Canada. Let's start speaking French. Figure it out. Vanessa, you also mentioned in London, one of your favorite salsa bars. Sis, check the location. Who's been chilling at that salsa bar? Because if you love that salsa bar, there's probably another firecracker just like you, Vanessa, because you're a firecracker. There's probably another firecracker that loves to dance salsa in that location, and you who's a world traveler, it makes perfect sense for you to connect with that person. But that goes into a whole other recruiting call. Use your sidelines, go on lives more, do lives with people that aren't in the business, do lives with people that are passionate about being a vegan and talk about being a vegan. And there'll be a whole vegan audience watching you who they don't know. And now you can talk to them about your vegan products. That is a way to be smart in your business. Collaboration over competition. Forever. Collaboration over competition. We cannot do this alone. And that's the beauty. And it's like the beauty and the curse of this business. Okay? Because I'm literally like sitting here just waiting for ranks, and not sitting here because I'm finding them in different places. I'm like, okay, cool. I know these wheels are turning. I know these New York, New Jersey, Florida wheels are turning, but let's look at Texas. Let's look at Canada. Let's look at all these different places so that I can get those wheels turning there too. The same way that I got this boat to turn, and it's popping and it's moving and it's flipping. And I need you guys to always understand where you are, I have been. Where I am, I pray you'll be. It's a great feeling. It's a heavy feeling. It's a lot of responsibility, but you'll look back at yourself. I look back at my commission report today and I'm like, I was such a joke a year ago. I was such a joke a year ago. A lot can happen in a year if you stay consistent. I will always be live. So Mandy's live. Mandy's down to go live. Vamos, and I'll cook and talk recipes. Yes.
Same here.
Yes.
Hit me up.
Does anyone else have something that they want to say? Do they want to share a good experience that they had with a potential market partner, a potential VIP? Lilis, can you go reminding the Spanish team to get on Lena's call? I'd be really upset if they're not on Lena's call.
For me, Vanessa, when you gave me that one advice, and you've spoken to us a lot about this, about doing shareable content, and I started on that one post that I sent you, it got almost like 2,000 likes, and like the shares were crazy. I gained like, to this day, especially since I reposted it now because of the whole election, I think I've gained like around 150 followers from that post, which is why you told me, Sharon, did I see like an increase in your followers? And these are all people who related to me about something that I'm so passionate about. And so it's literally about that. Outside of Monet, people who are in London, who I haven't even touched on, people who were in Ireland, people who are in Central America, which I'm hoping that will reach that soon, people who were like literally around the States. So it's literally about taking everything that you tell us, taking it and actually putting it in there, like being so present on IG, because it's such an amazing platform that we just need to learn how to use to see the results of it.
6 degrees of separation is like amazing. When someone says no to me, I'm like, okay, do you want to become a VIP? And then I go through all their followers, because you want to know what? She missed out on telling her followers, but I'm not going to miss out on that. And I don't know if anybody noticed, but have you seen the toast reel with the heat protectant? Everybody's toasting bread and putting the thermal heat protector on a slice of bread and putting it in a toaster now. Let's be smart. Don't just repost someone else's toaster. Toast your own freaking hair thermal heat protectant. Because then there'll be someone out there that's like, oh, this is cool. Let me share it. Let me share it. Be the Vanessa. Be the Vanessa. Don't just look at my content and like share it, which yes, definitely share it. Absolutely share it. Please share it. But you can look at it and you can make it yourself. That's why you want to look at people that inspire you. And I've been seeing it. I've been so glad that every time I see this bread toasting on my whole timeline today, it was a different toaster. I'm like, good, people are getting smarter. Be the repost. You be the repost, and it'll be something as silly as that. That maybe if it's not even somebody in Monet, they'll repost it and they'll be like, this is kind of crazy, right? but shareable content is everything, because when people share what you're creating, and it doesn't have to just be about the product, maybe it's about something you believe in, maybe it's about your 9-to-5 job, maybe it's about your other small business. Let it be about whatever else, but it's bringing in new eyes, and you never want to miss out on an opportunity for new eyes.
Also, you guys, not only that, but it doesn't, I just posted recently because I wanted to talk to Vanessa about it, but she didn't get to it today, but we'll do it tomorrow. About branding myself differently, because I do Monet, but today I decided to ask Instagram. I was like, I put a poll on and I was like, should I start posting curly enthusiast type things, or should I post rollerblading? That's I'm into the rollerblading. Everybody reaches out to me all the time, girl, you're really good at rollerblading. How do you do it? Where do you get skates? Da 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 da.
You should do a sick ass rollerblading reel, yo.
Sis, I was just about to say that.
I'll repost it for
Jazz, for real. You need to do that. I swear you'll get people.
Jazz, I always send it to you.
You do. And the reason why I never did it, because I always got embarrassed because I don't know. I just always, as a kid, I used to skate. Everybody used to make fun of me because I used to skate to school.
It makes me feel good.
So
it makes me feel fuzzy. It makes me feel fuzzy. Rollerblade.
It shows so you don't know how many people could relate to you with that. And they'll be like, oh, sis, you do that? And y'all start having a whole relationship on the side of that.
Well, which I was getting at is I posted a thing. I was like, hey, what should I do? Curl enthusiast or rollerblading queen? I had 100% rollerblading queen. And now I was talking to my dad because anyways, and he was just like, girl, you should do a YouTube channel. You should do something that help people learn how to do skating and help this. It doesn't have to always be about hair. And I'm in my head, I'm like, idea. But today, bro, I was like, thank God Vanessa didn't get on the call when I called her, because I called her and she didn't answer. But if she did, we would have had such a long conversation about all the ideas that were popping in my head. I would have fucked up her schedule, but
we're gonna talk about reels and everything else on our social, on our social media call on Wednesday. But I just wanted to get some ideas, things rolling in your mind right now, because it's the beginning of the month, you guys. Closing this off right now. It's the beginning of the month. It's day 3. By the 15th, you should be at your goal, whether you re-ranked, or you should be halfway towards whatever your goal is this month. So then the other 15 days of the month, you're just working for something new and you're pushing towards another focus. At least get your personal volume up to 1,000 or something like that, or close to it, or as far more than you can do, more than what you did the month before by the 15th. Look at that as your goal. So then the rest of the month, I would even say that you should want to have your new rank or be very, very close where it's almost nothing that you're missing by the 28th. So that the 29th and the 30th, you're like, all right, I'm already thinking about Christmas. I'm already creating Christmas reels, Christmas content. December is going to be lit. And I'm already ahead of schedule, so I never feel like I'm behind. But when we share resources, I never listened to podcasts before I started working this business. Now I can't go a day without listening to a podcast. That Get Over Your Damn Self it's a network marketing book. So it gives you everything, even conversations, she literally gives you the dialogue on how to do a potential call, on how to talk to potential VIPs or market partners. So let's get to it. A November to remember. Exactly. Do things differently. This is definitely a November for me to remember, because I did not have this full team a year ago. I'm telling you right now. Chris M ain't even on this call right now. She better watch this video. But it was just her and I last year, a Lonely Ranger. Okay, you guys are phenomenal. You're stronger than you know. Ask questions. Use the group chat. It's not a burden. It's a resource. I will talk to you guys later.
Love y'all.
Do all of this in Spanish now. Ciao.